Welcome to the Utah Street Banter Podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode here on the Utah Street Banter Podcast. With me, like always, is Elijah, and joining us once again is Greg with his positive takes and, just uplifting views of Baltimore Orioles baseball. But thank you guys for joining us. Elijah, how have you been doing? You been doing all right?
Oh, yeah, been doing good. Just getting ready. It's final season here up at Susquehanna, so, getting all geared up. This will be, I know you don't really see too much in my setup, but this is the last time I'm ever going to be in this campus until like 9-10 months from now. So got a good while.
That's crazy. How about you, Greg? Are you up at campus too?
Yeah. We're just getting through the high school baseball season.
Yeah, I bet. It's probably a busy time for both of you, really. So, I know everybody is just so excited to dive into some Baltimore Orioles baseball. Yeah, but let's get around the league first with Elijah with some non-Orioles news.
Yeah.
What you got, man?
Yeah, so we got some all over the stuff. And first of all, it's kind of more of a serious note. But over, I think it was Sunday night, I believe, Guardians and Red Sox were playing, and Jarren Duran, outfielder for the Red Sox, he was an all-star last year, really great. Something was yelled at him, and it was just a very not nice thing. And he had a documentary that came out about him and the Red Sox, and some mental health issues were brought up, and it was about that. And let's just say, I know we all can agree on this, but there is no place for anything like that in baseball. I know you can get mad at someone, but you should never even wish injury on a player, yet alone to the extent of what this was.
Yeah, a Guardians fan of all. Like you who would have thought?
You know what? The one thing I did enjoy about this, though, is while it was happening, there were other Red Sox and Guardians fans screaming at him, recording him, yelling at him and stuff. The fan, not Jarren Duran. So basically, you know what? If you do something like that, you should be yelled at in public and stuff. Yeah. I think that's a fair response. I think they should have let Duran go at him, honestly.
Well, no, the fans should 100% been allowed on the field.
Yeah.
And Duran could do whatever,
And we'll all close our eyes, look away for a few seconds.
Because I looking at Duran, he's not going to have a problem.
I'm pretty sure you just said Duran.
I said Duran. I said Jarren. Jarren Duran.
It's not the band. It's Jarren Duran.
I think he sings. He has 5 hits.
5 hits, yeah. Well, you know who? What wasn't really a hit? The White Sox City Connect jerseys.
Yeah.
I saw some people.
They're more like a dunk. Do you get it?
It's because they look like the Bulls jersey. Yes, I'm not a huge fan of them. I don't know. It's interesting. I like their original ones, the South Side with pinstripes. I thought it was a cool look, but it's just another one. I hope the Orioles get a new one soon because ours is kind of rough looking. But oh well. On a different note, so we lose, but the Mets win. They're the first team to 20 wins, and you know what? They're not the worst team that could be winning, I guess.
Yeah.
There's much more teams I'd rather have 20 wins now and stuff, but Cubs in the NL for me. That's what I'll go with.
Yeah. I mean,
any New York teams.
Who would have thought you would? At the beginning of the year, everybody would have definitely said the Dodgers.
Oh yeah.
I think the Mets would have probably been like your 5th pick, 6th.
Yeah.
And Soto isn't the reason they're winning.
No, that's
they're
the
pitching. They're pitching.
That's the scary part is their pitching is what's carrying them, and that's their worst part of their team. If Soto, people keep on saying that's Yankees fans are just upset and salty, just like they always are, because Soto didn't choose them, and they were like, wait, we weren't the number 1 pick, and they've been doing this for months now, and he's not to his full form yet. Yeah. But he has 10 years left on his contract. He's going to be good.
Yeah.
Or not 10 years, 14 years, whatever it is.
14, yeah.
But speaking of the Dodgers, they have some pitching struggles. They're kind of on the same boat as us, not quite to the same level, but a lot of injuries. Tyler Glasnow is now headed to the IL. Blake Snell is on the IL as well. They're the same boat as us, like an all-star pitching staff on their injured list. So it's definitely interesting. I don't know if I'd compare the names quite to it, but... Greg, why are you guys laughing so much?
No, Greg is definitely he doesn't agree that we have the same type of all-star.
No, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying it's the same type. I'm just saying we have a very good pitching staff on it. I'm not going to compare our pitching staff to Kershaw, Glasnow, Snell, all them. They have a World Series they have World Series contending rotation on their IL. We have a wild card contending rotation on our IL.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take it.
Is that okay, Greg?
Yeah.
Close.
Close.
Yeah, we'll take that.
I think it would almost be if you took Bradish off of the IL and Grayson, the rest would be our AAA. The
and
Dodgers
Eflin.
AAA. Yeah. And Eflin. You're right.
Yeah, that's 3 of a 5-man rotation.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Eflin, I agree.
And then speaking of our injured list, we had a lot of players get hurt this week. I think some players just like, you know what, we'll just call it quits on the season. I'm just gonna be hurt. But Gary Sanchez, Jordan Westburg, Tyler O'Neill, they're all on the IL. So that means Dylan Carlson, Maverick Hanley, and Emmanuel Rivera, they are back. Hanley is making his MLB debut. And that's really it, because Rivera, I don't know why I was surprised that we re-signed him, but he did go with us last year, so it's not terrible. Dylan Carlson is going to be okay.
Yeah.
But I have some interesting trivia. So there's one thing that happened this week that I didn't bring up, and I don't know if you guys saw. It's Eugenio Suarez hit 4 home runs in a game. And impressingly, the Diamondbacks still lost this game. So do either of you know when the last time, there's 2 that happened in the same year, so I'll let you say either one of those. When was the last time someone hit 4 home runs in a season, in a game?
It was Josh Hamilton.
No.
He is the Orioles, I thought.
Three times. He was the 3rd most recent person.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Who's since then?
Really?
One of which you wanted the Orioles to sign. The other of which is a stat that I always will know and forever will know. That would have been my answer if you had asked me. And I have an interesting stat that goes along with it.
So am I trying to guess when it happened, or
just the players? The players. They both happened in 2017. I'll give you.
Nelson Cruz.
No. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it because I feel like So JD Martinez did it in 2017 with the D-backs.
Would not have guessed that.
And the second most recent one, which is the one I will always remember, is Scooter Gennett with the Reds.
Wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah. Scooter Gennett, that was a big one. This is an interesting stat. So he ended that game with 42 career home runs. So that means he hit 9.5% of his career home runs in that one game.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then Josh Hamilton did it in 2012. Can you guess the last time, just the year, the last time that someone hit 4 home runs in a game their team still lost?
It sounds like such an Orioles move. 1997. I just guessed the year.
1986.
Oh, it was close.
It was Bob Horner of the Braves. The Expos beat them 11-8 that day.
Wow.
But
that's crazy.
That's all my stuff. Now we can get to
I have a trivia.
Whoa.
Here we go.
Which team has the 4th worst record in the major leagues?
The Baltimore Orioles?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
They have the 2nd worst record in the American League.
Thank God the White Sox are there. Don't worry. I know we can be bad, but I don't know if we could possibly be as bad as the Rockets.
That's what I was going to say. You're not a Rockets fan.
I think at worst we could only be 29.
Yeah.
Make magic happen with Emily at Blue Crab Travel, your Disney vacation expert. Ready to experience the wonder of Disney? Let her help you plan the ultimate Disney getaway. Whether you're heading to Disneyland, Walt Disney World, or a Disney cruise, she has you covered. Emily can take care of custom Disney itineraries, tailored to your family's needs and preferences. She also can help find you exclusive discounts on Disney hotels, tickets, and packages. Imagine a stress-free vacation with hassle-free booking for accommodations, dining reservations, and fast passes. From character meet and greets to thrilling rides, Emily will make sure every moment is unforgettable. Email Emily Jones today at emilyjones@bluecrabtravel.com to start planning your dream Disney vacation.
But if we want to get to some fun and exciting news,
let's get through this part.
Get to the Orioles past week of box scores.
Oh.
This is going to be the fastest one I've ever done. So let's get started. On Tuesday, April 27th, the Orioles play the Nats. They lose to the Nats 7-0. Dean Kramer starts this game. He goes 5.1 innings. That means 5 innings and only 1 out. Gives up 5 runs. Orioles have 1 whole hit. Wednesday, on the 28th, the Orioles play the Nats again. The Orioles lose to the Nats again, 4-3. Sagano pitches. He does well. He does do well. He goes 7 innings, gives up 3 runs, 7 innings like a unicorn to this pitching staff. So great job.
Well, I will say though, I just want to mention one thing because I'm a big fan of this guy on the Nats, James Wood. Yeah. Maybe he may have caught the sweetest barrel I have ever watched against the Orioles. he crushed a ball of Sugano in the first inning.
Yeah.
Crushed it. Sugano did good for the rest of the game, though, but he left it like almost middle. And
Right.
it was just, I'm nitpicking on our best pitcher. I don't know why I'm doing that.
Yeah. Soto gets tagged with the loss, giving up a run in the bottom of the 8th. Thursday, the Orioles played the Nats again, and this is gonna be crazy, guys. The Orioles win. The Orioles win 2-1. Kate Povich pitches his best game in his career, in my opinion. Goes 6 2/3, gives up 1 earned. Cano, Soto, and Batista come in and shut it down. Batista gets the save. Friday, God gives us grace and let us have a rain out day. Thank you, God. So there was no game, no loss. Saturday, the Orioles lose 4-3 to the Tigers. Rookie Brandon Young makes his second start. He goes 4 2/3, gives up 3 earned. O'Hearn and Urias hit home runs because apparently they're the only ones that can hit. O'Hearn especially. Sunday, the Orioles lose again to the Tigers, 0-7 or 7-0. Sorry. Kramer goes 5 2/3, gives up 5 earned, about average for Dean Kramer. So, whatever. We don't score, so it doesn't matter if you give up 1 run. Monday, this is crazy, but the Orioles beat the Yankees 4-3 behind Sugano, who goes 5 innings, 0 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, career high for him. The guy, O'Hearn hits a 3-run home run, which is pretty much the reason why the runs came through. That and then a terrible play by the center fielder for the Yankees. But the reason I think the Orioles win this game is Mullins robs Paul Goldschmidt of a 2-run home run in the 5th, and makes it look absolutely simple. Just like it was nothing. So
that's what he does. But don't worry. He just drove his price up by another like $500,000 there.
Yeah.
And that's like $4 million is what we're willing to pay.
Yeah. So the Orioles over those past 6 games go 2-4. They scored 12 runs. The opponent scored 26. And the starters are averaging about 5 innings per start because just really rough. As you can tell, I didn't talk about the second game against the Yankees because I refuse to talk about it. The Yankees won 15-3, and that was Kyle Gibson's first start of the year. The good news is no matter how bad you lose, we've learned that it's only 1 loss. So luckily 15-3 doesn't count as 3 losses, which is good, right? So really, if you're going to lose, you might as well lose.
And hey,
I guess in that game, if you want to talk about something good, Gunnar Henderson hits it.
And you look at it too, we gave up back-to-back home runs to start off the year. That wasn't the first time the Yankees done it this year. Maybe that's going to be their thing.
And other good news is they didn't just keep hitting home runs and never getting out. You know what I mean? So the Orioles really came in. Orioles came in and shut them down. They came in and shut it down.
If you think about it, the pace that they were on when they had 3 runs and 0 outs, 15 doesn't look so bad.
Yeah, it was funny. I was talking to somebody today, and they were like, Kyle Gibson was 8-8 with the Cardinals last year, and so he's not that great. I looked at him like 8-8 sounds amazing right now for Orioles pitching. Like if we can have a pitcher go 500, holy crap! Right now, I only see 1.
Yeah, you look at what Brandon Young did. If he can go 4 or 5 innings, give up 3 runs each game, I'll take it at this point.
I tell you, it's embarrassing. It is.
Back to Mullins for a second.
Give me something positive.
He's the best one on the team right now. That's pretty obvious. He leads the team in hits, average,
everything.
RBI. Yeah, home runs. The question I have for you two is, 1, is he tradable? 2, with the logjam that they have as far as depth at center field, the Orioles aren't signing him long term.
Yeah.
No.
And I really don't know if he's worth the sign long term, to be honest with you, because he's having this year right now. But what has he had the last, say, 3 years? It's been up and down, up and down, up and down. At what point is he tradable?
Yeah.
I think he's tradable at literally now. I think I don't think they trade him this early, but if we continue on the pace we are, he's not with us in September.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't see us signing him. I think at most he could get a 1-year deal for us because we have 400 outfielders in the minors. And we have Enrique Bradfield Jr., which is what before the year, when I thought we were going to be good this year, I said that he was probably going to be gone after this season because we have his successor in Bradfield. But he's the only good person on our team, so I don't even know where that leaves us. But I think he's going to go sign like a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
It's not going to be anywhere near. It's not going to be like $100 million, but he's going to get more than Austin Hayes get. He'll get 15 a year. Like, I bet you he'll get a Tyler O'Neill type contract. Something similar to that, because his speed and defense is still elite. And he might get he might get maybe more than Tyler O'Neill because he has potential to do this in his 2021 season, but then there's also a 700 OPS season.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is how they're using him this year and where they're batting him and everything. He's back to the Mullins of being a leadoff hitter.
Yes.
And being that type of player. My question, again, where was this for 3 years?
Yeah.
I mean, this goes back to what I know a lot of, and I hate to bring it up because it's painful, but when you talk about lineup construction and getting the most for your team out of your team, it doesn't make sense. And you're seeing what he does in the leadoff position and what he can be.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I like that he's getting respect of the leadoff spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to finish this game off real quick, I know you guys are excited to hear this, but Charlie Morton does come in relief, pitches 2 1/3, gives up 1 run. It was not earned. And Ciano Perez comes in and pitches 1 inning, gives up a run. So the battle of the pitching staff for highest ERA, I don't count Gibson because of 1 game, but Morton and Perez are really trying.
Oh, yeah.
Really trying hard. And because Morton screwed up and only gave up that 1 run, and it was unearned, which it wasn't his fault. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't there to be able to make the play. So, but anyway.
Well, he wouldn't have made it anyway.
He obviously wants that run to be earned. So Morton has a 9.45 ERA. Perez is a 9.69. But we're going to watch that close, try to see, because obviously we don't want any tinkering with numbers. And make sure that
we should you know how the Capitals had like the great chase thing with the I think, are we gonna do like the chase to the 10 ERA or something?
Yeah, like let's see what we can
do.
You
can get like sub 9 first.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, Mateo's just upset that he's not getting more innings.
You know what? We'd at least be entertaining. Like, we know we're gonna lose. We know we're gonna lose when Charlie Morton or Jorge Mateo is on the mound. Yeah. So why not let us have fun with it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We got something fun, right, Elijah?
Yeah. Let's see. There we go. So we're going to do a little draft here. And we're going to pick
to see which one we're sending to the military.
Yeah. Who's getting shipped off? No. It's going to be, we're picking 1 player from each position group, and that's going to be a starting pitcher, a relief pitcher, an outfielder, and an infielder or a catcher, whichever one you choose. And we're going to be doing a little snake draft here, and we're going to try to see who can come up with the best team. I think they're all going to be pretty bad, though. And so we're going to do how we're going to do this here is we're all going to pick a number 1 through 100, and whoever's closest gets to go first.
Okay.
So let's give me your numbers.
All right. Go ahead, Greg.
79. 79.
Okay. I'm going to go with the most Orioles number of all time, 8. Yeah, Cal Ripken.
I just realized I forgot to pick before I rolled, so I'm going to say my number now, and I'm going to re-roll after that. If you did 8, I'll do 50, just right in the middle. Holy cow, it was 48. Look at
Of course, shocker. Huh, shocker. That's crazy.
Okay,
That's
so 48.
Weird how that worked out.
So I get to pick where I want to draft.
Oh, I bet you did.
I am picking first.
Shocker. Wow.
Okay, Greg, would you like to go second or third?
I'll go second. That's
okay. And then Cody is bringing up the rear. We are doing a snake draft, so Cody will get 2 picks in a row. And for my first pick, I'm going to just where there's so much wealth of talent, I'm going to go starting pitcher, and I'm getting Tomoyuki Sagano. Okay. Because he is the only good starting pitcher.
Okay.
I think it's pretty well said that he's the only good one, so I'll just start it off there.
So you did say, 1 infielder / catcher, 1 outfielder, 1 starting pitcher, 1 relief.
Yes, so I cannot draft another starting pitcher.
Right.
But now you guys don't have to worry about me taking another pitcher. So, like, if Greg were to pick a pitcher, Cody could wait till the 4th round to get his pitcher.
I hope Martin saw it there.
I'm gonna take Mullins from the outfit group.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'm obviously taking Henderson from the infield group.
Obviously, you say he's been struggling.
I mean, he had a home run today. I mean, a tight game.
Look, I know how my draft's going, so you don't have to. You aren't going to pick my next guy. Okay, you got your wraparound pick, Cody.
I got my wraparound
round 2.
Oh my God. I'll take Batista.
Bautista. Okay, so Cody has coming into round 2 against Greg, we got Cody with Gunnar Henderson and Felix Bautista. So he just needs his outfielder and a starting pitcher. Greg's got Cedric Dwellins, and then I have Tomoyuki Sugano.
I'm going to take Ryan O'Hearn.
O'Hearn, that's a good pick. Good pick. See, your infielder or your outfielder?
Not a good.
He's my infielder.
Infielder? Okay.
That's so sad. God, it's so sad.
So, if you think that's sad, just wait till you see this round I'm about to have. So, since you both have taken your infielder, I'm going to hold on my infield. So we're going to take Brian Baker as my relief pitcher. He still has like a 1 ERA. He's our second best reliever, in my opinion, because Bautista's been very good as of late. And then I'm going to take an outfielder. I don't like this. There's not much left now. I guess I did say, we didn't preface this at the start, but I did say that they have to be they just had to play a game. So I guess they could be injured, right?
Yeah, you're gonna pick him. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Tyler O'Neill.
All right.
I'm not gonna go Kowser because Kowser didn't do good and he only played a few games. I'll go O'Neill. O'Neill produced.
Yeah, because O'Neill, he's like an all-star, right? He's just crushing the ball. Yeah, right.
You know what? He's doing better than the rest.
I'm kidding.
So that would leave my turn. I think I'm going to take Eflin.
Eflin. Oh, that's a good one. It's a good one.
That is a good one. So they had to play this year.
Yes, this year.
Yeah.
You can't. Cody's taking 2014 Chris Tillman.
Exactly.
No, absolutely not. I'm like Mike Messina.
Yeah.
Jim Palmer.
Yeah. Okay. I need an outfielder and a starting pitcher.
Yes.
Can I just go? I'm just going to go. You know how in baseball, when somebody gets hurt, you just get an out every time? I just
take him out.
Take him out.
I guess I'll go Kowser as my outfielder.
Okay.
And I'm going to go pitcher. It has to be a starting pitcher.
It does.
I don't really like any of them.
That's why I picked mine first.
Oh my gosh. Man, this is gross, but I guess I'll say Kate Povich.
Povich?
Yeah, because he did have a good game last game.
He's had a few good games.
No.
He's not a few bad games.
Yeah, no.
More bad games than good games.
But yeah, I actually feel pretty comfortable with my lineup. I do.
Okay, well, we'll go over it after me and Greg wrap up.
I appreciate you. Yeah.
I'm going to take Cano.
Cano?
That's my really
good. That's good.
That's a good one. And then I'm going to round out my infield with Ramon Arias.
Can you believe, like last year at this time, if we went back to right now, right, of last year, and said, hey, a year from now, you're going to thank God Ramon Arias is still on your team because we wanted to release him. You know what I mean? I mean, how crazy.
Well, we were sitting here in spring training. How is he going to fit on this team?
Yeah.
Well, I do have to give it to Brandon Hyde for one thing. He's figured out a way to get Westberg. I know Westberg is hurt. Now, before he got hurt, he started, I think, 3 or 4 games he was starting to hit the ball again. But, putting Westberg at DH and getting rest on the field, I mean, now you're starting to think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will say I was just quickly looking at the Orioles baseball reference page, and Cody, he has the only team that doesn't have a single player in the top 12 players on the Orioles in WAR.
Yeah.
So Cody definitely took an interesting strategy here because obviously Cedric Mullins is first. Then you got Sugano, O'Hearn, Eflin, Ramon Laureano's surprisingly on there. He hit a lot of home runs, I guess. But I'm pretty confident in my team. I got Sugano on the mound. So he's giving you probably 5-6 innings strong, maybe 2-3 runs. It's good enough for me. Brian Baker coming in to close out. He has been just nails this year. He's my player of the year right now, honestly, out of our bullpen. Surprise player of the year too, because we always have that one guy that comes out and shows out. That's him. And then Tyler O'Neill in the outfield because I had to pick an outfielder. That wasn't Cedric Mullins. And then Ramon Arias in the infield. He can play everywhere. I trust him.
Okay, hold on. I got Rookie of the Year.
Yes, that was
Henderson.
2 years ago.
Okay,
So
I got
I don't know
one
if
of the
you're
best.
aware.
I have one of the best closers in all of baseball.
So I don't know if you're aware, Cody, that
I have
Henderson's batting at 224.
I have the
655.
second place Rookie of the Year last year, Colton Cowser, and I have who everybody thinks is the next freaking I don't even know. Kate Povich, who everybody thinks is the next great god of pitching. But I mean, I just disagree. I disagree.
So in case you're wondering, Ramon Arias, my last pick in the draft, has a higher OPS of everyone on the Orioles besides besides Cedric Mullins and Ryan O'Hearn and Ramon Laureano.
I will say one thing that's crazy is so Greg picked Cano, and Cano's the only one that still has yet to give up an earned run.
Yeah, I just want to say my team.
Your team's good.
Yeah, it's about the best. I mean, I don't know.
No, I'll give it to you. Your offense is by far the best because you do have the two best. You have the two best batters on our team.
And Eflin, I know he's out right now.
See, the one thing you forgot about though is if Cano's your only reliever, that means he has to come in at the very end of the games, and he does not do good at the end of games. It has to be like 7th or 8th inning, or he's bad.
See, if you would have made this draft, you picked the worst. That would have been interesting.
Shit.
Charlie Morton, you bet would have been the first overall pick. Maybe we'll do that next week. Maybe we'll come out here and do the worst.
It's just crazy to me because it's so different than what we would have picked 1 month ago.
Yeah.
Like not 3 months ago, not 4 months ago. Like literally 1 month ago is how fast our whole expectations have changed. And because like my biggest thing is it's not like the Orioles. They've been so bad. It's not just we've lost. It's how we've lost, and that's what's gross about the whole thing is just it's not even competitive. The team doesn't look competitive. Like you look at him play, it's just
like you look at the
even Hyde's interviews have gotten to a point where he's just like, I don't know.
Well, we lost 15-3. And yes, we gave up 15 runs, but we could have given up 4 runs. We still
they were throwing a perfect game through 6.
Well, you have to look back though and say, "Oh, we gave up 15. That's not our worst game of the year."
Oh, yeah, isn't that crazy?
The truth is, where's the consistency with anything, whether it's offense, defense, or pitching? For the pitching, you can have losing Eflin. That guy that you knew was going to go out. And the Japanese pitcher has been pretty solid. But losing Eflin, a guy who was going to go out, keep you in the game, 2-3 runs, you had a shot. I mean, now they're scrambling and bullpen wise, actually the bullpen hasn't been that bad.
Right.
I mean, but once again, we talked about it before. You're using them every game, 4 to 5 innings, because you're not getting any depth out of your starters. And the offense, I don't know what to talk about there.
Yeah, the Orioles have a negative 50 run differential in Major League Baseball, which is 29th in the league. The only team worse than us is the Colorado Rockies, and
I will
they're
say
not that far, negative 70.
I will say, if you think about it though,
give me your positive.
In the game against the Yankees and the game against the Reds, that right there is what, negative 30 differential, give or take.
You're bringing us right back to the league.
Like,
Let's
go.
He is.
So no, you think about it, and that's like dropping over half of that if we just don't give up 24 runs. So really, that stat doesn't matter as much as you think it does. Like if you really think about it,
man, we've scored 115 runs. Yankees have scored 173. Red Sox have scored 158.
What's that average per game?
Oh boy, Elijah.
well, I don't know. It's probably like 5 or something like that. What was the number again?
We've runs scored 115. 115.
And how many games have you played?
We've played
29.
29, yeah.
So you're looking at about
3.9.
3.5. Yeah, about 4 runs a game.
Well, it looks good because we'll score 0 runs, then 1 run, then 10, then 0,
That's
then 1,
right.
then 10, then yeah. We're
So-
so inconsistent.
Yeah, so I mean that's it's just a little sad how hard it was for us to make this team that we made. Just to go over it one more time. Elijah took Sagano for his starter, Baker for his relief pitcher, O'Neill for his outfielder, Ramon Urias for his infielder. Anyway. Greg took Mullins for his outfielder, which is consistent. Mullins is our best. O'Hearn, which is embarrassing because he is our best infielder.
That's not embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
Really
He is not supposed to. No, okay, hold on. I'm not saying it's a bad pick. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he is not supposed to be. He is not supposed to be our best player.
Cody, if you went and looked at his stats,
you're right, Elijah.
this
He is
year-
supposed to be our next guy that we signed $200 million to.
if you went and looked
You're
at
right.
his stats and compared to last year, the only person on the Orioles team last year that would have been better is Gunnar Henderson. He was 5th in MVP voting.
Yeah, our backup first baseman is fixed. We need to.
You hate on Ryan O'Hearn.
We need to have a bobblehead night. We're gonna put him shaking hands with the owner, and you have
Speaking of Ryan O'Hearn,
it's
did you hear the hot mic that he was called on the other day?
That was bad. That was
That was bad.
That was bad.
What do you say?
I can't.
So we cannot say
real bad.
Real.
And it's not just cuss word bad. It's bad.
Really?
And
It's cuss word and the phrase
it-
bad.
it's like, hey, y'all, you
Well,
can.
to say one thing about Ryan O'Hearn, and I get what Cody's saying, because in any other year, I'm not picking Ryan O'Hearn.
Yeah.
You have a wealth of talent. The problem being, the one thing O'Hearn is giving you is consistency.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
And Cody knows this. I hate on Ryan O'Hearn, not because of the player necessarily. It's because I think there are better players on the team. And I never could understand why he was here, there, and everywhere. But you're starting to see one thing. He's giving you consistency in his at-bats every time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. And what's crazy is when you look at our lineups here, is there's no Westberg, there's no Holiday, and it's just Grayson Rodriguez, no Grayson, people that we expected to be here this year and make this team productive. That's what's crazy to me.
Sorry.
Well, even Elijah picking Tyler O'Neill, you think about it. You picked that out of necessity, because you didn't have much to pick from. O'Neill right now, except for a couple of games, has been a total flop.
Yeah. He was consistent for like the first week of the season.
Exactly.
And then,
I mean, that's a bad thing.
No, and I do just want to say, I know you guys are talking about how they aren't supposed to be the best hitters, but even if Gunnar Henderson was playing at the level that he did last year, he still had worse statistical stats there. That's you kids at home. You use that phrase. He had worse stats than both Cedric Mullins and Ryan O'Hearn have had this year. So I understand what you're saying, but just because everyone else is bad, don't discredit our good players.
Yeah.
I think if O'Hearn is on 20 other teams, he's not the starting first baseman.
No, he's the starting right fielder.
No, he's not.
I'm not saying
he's the best player.
I am saying that there is room for him to be a DH, first base, or right fielder on at least all but probably 8 teams. He is a starter on most teams.
I mean, he's hitting 290. He does give you production. I totally agree with you, Cody, because you know how I feel about O'Hearn. I think the problem you've got is he's one of the most. I mean, I don't know what's happened to Mountcastle.
Yeah,
I mean, he was early on. He was hitting, but O'Hearn is a consistent put the ball in play at bat right now.
Yeah. I mean, thank God for him, because without him, we don't win the first game in the Yankees series. So to put it in
perspective, Ryan O'Hearn his OPS is 1 point lower than Shohei Ohtani's.
Yeah,
Really?
you're right. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't. I think we trade him. Like what?
You know what? I'll do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
That's true.
well,
That's what I'm saying. Is like he is doing good enough this season. Same with Cedric Mullins is the best center fielder in baseball right now. I mean, because granted, Aaron Judge got moved to right field.
I would argue Pete Crow Armstrong is, but
yeah.
I'd say, hey, statistically, I think we should pull the trigger right now. We'll take PCA
and Kyle Tundren
and straight up. We'll give you, you know what, Cubbies, we'll give you Mullins and O'Hearn, and we'll take Tucker, and because that makes you the best team in the Major League Baseball.
Well, think about this. If you look at what the Cubs actually gave up for Tucker, I know he's a 1 year thing, but Cam Smith, okay, he's a starter for him. He's a rookie. But what the Cubs actually gave up, the Orioles could have beat that any day of the week with what.
Well, especially when you think about it, most of the prospects they got and the players they got was from the Christopher Morel trade. So
Yes.
really, when you look at it, they basically gave up Cam Smith and Christopher Morel for Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, I think what's crazy though, guys, like I agree, but no way did we think a month ago that we needed more outfield depth. You know what I mean? Like I mean, we went and got one of the top hitters against lefties in Tyler O'Neill, who crushed lefties. We had Hessen Kjerstad, who's been okay.
Yeah.
And then Mullins, obviously. And then we had Kalzer, and we're like, where are we going to go? Then we have Laureano, who did really good against lefties. And Laureano hasn't been bad. Like, I mean, but it's just some of our righties have really struggled a little bit. It's just, you know, I've been thinking this, but it's hard to stay positive. Can we do the opposite of what we did last year? Can we get healthy and, you know, get back to competitive baseball? Or can we kind of be like the Astros of last season, who started out rough and they worked their way all the way back? And, you know, I don't think our division is anywhere at a point where people are capable of running away, like dominant.
I don't think the American League as a whole has potential. Like, it is very still possible that if we can turn around or our pitching turns around, we could make a run here.
Yeah.
And if our offense clicks like it's supposed to, if our pitching comes around, our bullpen, they should keep doing what they're doing other than Cianel Perez, honestly.
Yeah, bullpen's been the bright spot. But so until next time, I guess we'll find out. Maybe next week when we come on, if we've all haven't jumped off me and Elijah haven't jumped off a deck yet. But we'll see. Hopefully we have more. Hopefully we have some positive news.
Look, for me and Cody, the one thing we got to remember is the Capitals are doing good in the playoffs.
Swear to God, if they screw this series up, I'm done. Put me on watch. Like well,
that's something that
I can't deal with this
to get on board. The NHL playoffs right now are on fire.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's fun to watch. If you were a Rockies, Orioles, Marlins, White Sox, and any other bad team baseball fan, go just find somewhere to watch hockey.
Yeah.
It's fun. But so hopefully we have any type of positive news to come out of, and we'll see. Like I said, we'll be hopefully on next Tuesday or Wednesday, let's see. We got, I'm trying to just see who we got next week. We go into May? Holy crap. We got the Royals this weekend. We got the Twins starting next week. So winnable games. Said that last week.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Here we go, guys. Buckle up. So, like I said, until next time, we hope that you have a great rest of your week, and, go O's. See you guys.
Yeah. See ya.
See you guys.